Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your general reading for the 28th of March 2022. It is a general reading. I can't read for every single Sagittarian out there, much as I'd love to. So just take what resonates, have fun with it. It's a weekly read. If it feels like it should run longer or it feels like it only lasts till Monday afternoon, let's just go with that. And let's see where we get to. Okay, we've got the Six of Pentacles, the card of a kind of imbalance there. So I'll be interested to see what we cross that with. King of Swords, stoic, dependable, really set in place, takes no prisoners. Recent past was the Ace of Pentacles. So there's been a new start recently, but very material. Straight after that, you've got that was a near past, the near future. Two of Pentacles, and this is the balancing act. This ferret on this card's doing a fantastic act of balancing those two, but it's not sustainable. So it's very much about, okay, you're doing a great job now, or if you're in a relationship, it's going really well now, but whatever you're doing to kind of balance the relationship, you can't do that forever. This is the Eight of Swords, so this is your sort of gut feeling on what's going away from the situation. It's that feeling of being hemmed in the Rider-Waite deck. There's a woman who's blindfolded and surrounded by these swords, and the tide's coming in, and it's a card of worry, but it doesn't have to be. Just cut the bonds and free yourself and just go. Oh, what a great card. This is my favourite card in this particular deck. It's just a beautiful illustration. This is the Hanged Man. This is the head of the matter. This is how you see this week coming up. So you think you're going to have to sacrifice something, lose the battle to win the war, sacrifice something for the greater good. And it's a beautiful card. He has decided to go back to the earth, and he's literally dissolving away into molten gold, and fertilizing the crops, and then his feet and body are beginning to evaporate into butterflies. It's hard to see in this light, but he's got a really serene look on his face. It's just like super mellow. It's a beautiful card, and it's just got a real sense of that where you've got your own power and you're just so comfortable in it. That's what I would say to that. I really love that card in any reading anywhere. It's great. Okay, so lose the battles, win the war, get some self-sacrifice. There's a balancing act, and then in the outcome, which is where you find yourself at the moment, this is the kind of nostalgia card. It's looking to the past with rose-coloured spectacles a little bit, but also these glasses are filled with, in America you call them candies, we call them sweets. And they're delicious, but they're not filling. They're nice as a little hit. So thinking about previous things, a previous partner or a previous relationship or a previous job, you kind of go, oh, wasn't it great when I used to work there? Yeah, but you're only remembering the good bits, and that's no bad thing. You can remember the good bits, but make sure you keep it in perspective. And then this is how other people see this situation this week. King of Pentacles, love this card. He's come up a lot with these readings. Antlers above his head are tenacity and stability, and then he's pointing at this coin. He's literally, ta-da, look what I've done. He's made them with his own fair hands. They're all over his robes, they're hanging from the tree. So it's an entrepreneur card. It's about someone who's creating things with his own two hands, and he's not ashamed of it. He's doing a great job. Ties in really nice with it. So you've got the ace, the two, and the king. A lot of really solid pentacle energy going on there, but like material energy. Another great card to get. This is your hopes and fears. This is the Seven of Wands, which you can see you're this rock solid cast iron rod in the middle, and all these other things are just breaking against you. It's like a lighthouse card to me. This, you're the beacon of stability and truth and light, and all these waves are just crashing against you. You kind of pity the waves almost. Give up. You're not going to beat the Sagittarians at this. they've got it. You know, you own it this week. It's great. Oh, and you finish. What a great card to finish on. You finish on the Magician. If that's my favourite looking card in the deck, this is my favourite card in any deck. People often say you should look at tarot decks yourself and find out what image really speaks to you, what the cards say to you, and how they make you feel. The Magician card has always been what I think of as my card. I just love it to bits. And basically, the Magician he has all the tools at his disposal. He's a great teacher. I mean, the hand symbols there are as above, so below. And it's whatever you want to do this week, it's telling you really, really clearly that you have the tools at your disposal to do it. You know, if you wanted to give up your job and go and be a fireman, you can do it. That's what it's telling you. If you want your partner to be better, this is the week to do it. That Magician card right there. The energy on the bottom of the deck, as if to confirm it, is the Sun, which is the best card in the deck. Consider Hermione to be the best. I think it's that one and that one. But, you know, Sagittarius, you've got all three. This is a fantastic read. There was, you know, to very quickly kind of recap, this is card of imbalance. There are 3 coins at the top here. Sorry, it's not very clear, is it, this time of day? And there's 3 dirty, ruined ones underneath. And it's about, in the Rider-Waite deck, there's a merchant giving coins to a beggar, and he's giving them to one but not the other. And there's a karmic thing, isn't there? Is the other person less deserving, or have we not seen the full picture? Have you already done it? So it's about striking a balance. There was nothing wrong with those coins. You just chose to focus on those 3 and let those 3 go to waste. If this was a relationship, I would be saying, okay, this is going swimmingly, but what about this stuff down here that you've not paid attention to? You know, really need to pay attention to the imbalance and make sure it's deliberate. I'm not saying you don't have to do that. Some people do want an imbalance, but don't be in a situation where someone goes, I feel like I have to do all the work and you don't do anything. And you go, that's not my intention. So not your intention, then make sure it's not your intention and do something about it. And then crossing that is that real kind of stoic King of Swords. And again, the sword is embedded in the ground. That's important because it appears on the wand as well. You see how he's kind of smashed it into the ground? It's immovable, you know, and although the symbol of the suit's the butterflies, symbol of the swords is the butterflies, and they've got larvae into butterfly there. So there is some kind of transformation going on, but he's seen as really immovable, you know. But you can see he's got a glowing heart in there as well. And it also warns us with this crown. He's got a crown of swords, which are just as able to cut him as cut anybody else. You know, no one would really wear a crown of swords, would they? But, you know, he chooses to do so. But he's kind of immovable and stoic and dependable. It's that lighthouse energy again that I'm getting a lot of. And the reason I mentioned the sword down at the bottom there, the way it's embedded in the ground, is it mirrors that quite a lot. You see how that's also stuck into the ground, it's going nowhere. So there's that sense of, when you're right, and that's what I feel with this. You know, you've got a really solid reading this week. Yeah, I'd quite happily be a Sagittarian this week. This is a fantastic read. If you're going to try something new, you know, the card's in there for it. If there is any issues, it's of your own making. So you need to take the blindfold off. In the other deck, I don't have it to hand at the moment, but she's surrounded by swords and she's wearing a blindfold. It's like, just rub. Oh, she's bound. So it's like, well, lean against one of the swords, take those bindings off, take your blindfold off and see where you are. You know, but that's very definitely of your own making, any kind of negativity. And then this, like I say, you can sacrifice something, you know, make sure, you know, you lose the battle to win the war. You've got this balancing act going on. This is the short-term near future, so that's not going to stay forever. And again, you know, you find yourself in a position of maybe reminiscing a little bit, but that's okay. So this is all good. It's all positive. It's all going in the right direction. Then we go down to the King. You know, I mean, basically, this is called the Entrepreneur card, and it's just a fabulous place to find yourself. So this kind of progresses really nicely. There's this sort of, I needed to do this. I needed to be a little bit flexible here. It's okay going back into the past and thinking about things that worked well before. Now people see that I'm in a really great position. Yeah. At work or relationships, that's tremendous energy, and it's not a masculine. It's masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be a masculine person. It's just the masculine side of our natures. So that's a really positive card to get. Even your hopes and fears, it's like if there is a battle, you're going to win it. And then finally, to end up with the Magician like you have, just top draw stuff. The Magician, the Sun, the Hanged Man. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I'll see you next week for the next one. In the meantime, have a great week.